Your savings account has money in it, maybe $2,000, maybe $10,000, and it's just sitting there, earning almost nothing. Meanwhile, someone with the exact same income as you is watching her money grow while she sleeps. She's not smarter than you. She doesn't earn more than you. She just learned one thing you were never taught. And that one thing is the entire reason some women retire comfortably and others work until they physically can't. Nobody explained this to you in school. Nobody explained it at your first job. But after the next 10 minutes, you'll understand it completely. Most savings accounts pay you about 0.1% interest per year. That means if you have $5,000 saved, the bank gives you 50 cents. 50 cents in a whole year. You can't even buy a pack of gum with that. And here's what makes it worse. Inflation, the rate prices go up every year, runs about 3% to 4%. So your $5,000 is actually losing buying power every single month. You feel like you're saving, but the math says you're slowly falling behind. That's not your fault. You were told to save. Put it in a savings account. Be responsible. And you did exactly that. But saving and growing are two completely different things. Saving means your money sits still. Growing means your money works. And the tool that makes money work is something called compound interest. It sounds complicated. It's not. It's the simplest and most powerful concept in all of personal finance. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. Here's how compound interest works in plain English. You invest $1,000. It earns 10% in 1 year. Now you have $1,100. Normal interest, what your savings account does, would just pay you on that original $1,000 again. So year 2, you'd get another $100, total $1,200. But compound interest is different. It pays you on the new total. So year 2, you earn 10% on $1,100. Not $1,000. That gives you $110 instead of $100. Now you have $1,210. Year 3, you earn on $1,210. That's $121. Now you have $1,331. See what's happening? Every year, the growth gets a little bigger because you're earning money on the money your money already earned. That's the compound effect, and it seems tiny at first. $10 extra here, $21 extra there. But give it time, real time, and it becomes enormous. According to JP Morgan's retirement research, 80% of what long-term investors end up with comes from compound growth, not from the money they actually put in. 80%. That means your contributions are just the seed. Compound interest is the rain, the sun, and the soil. Your money literally multiplies itself, but only if you give it the one thing it needs, time. Now let's use real numbers, because this is where everything clicks. Say you start investing $200 a month, that's $50 a week. Less than most people spend on takeout and coffee combined. You invest in a broad market index fund. The average historical return of the stock market over the last 40 years is about 10% per year, according to the Securities and Exchange Commission. We'll use that. After 1 year, you've put in $2,400. With compound growth, your balance is about $2,520. Not exciting yet. After 5 years, you've contributed $12,000. But your balance is roughly $15,500. You earned $3,500 just from growth. After 10 years, you've put in $24,000. Your account is sitting at around $41,000. That's $17,000 in free money. Money you never worked for. After 20 years, you've contributed $48,000. Your balance, $153,000. Over $100,000 of that is pure compound growth. And after 40 years of full career, you've put in $96,000 total. Your balance, $1,062,000. You're a millionaire from $200 a month. But here's the part that changes everything: the timing. If you start at age 25 and invest $200 a month until 65, you end up with roughly $528,000 at a more conservative 8% average return. If you start at 35, just 10 years later, same $200 a month until 65, you end up with $227,000. That's $301,000 less. You didn't earn less. You didn't invest less per month. You just started 10 years later, and it cost you $301,000. That gap is not about money. It's about time. Every year you wait, you're not just losing that year's contribution. You're losing every dollar that contribution would have earned for the rest of your life. So if compound interest is this powerful, why didn't anyone teach you this? Because the system doesn't benefit when you invest. It benefits when you spend. Think about who profits from your money sitting in a savings account. The bank takes your deposit and lends it out at 7%, 8%, even 24% on credit cards. They pay you 0.1%. They keep the difference. That's their entire business model. Your money makes them rich, while you earn 50 cents a year. Now think about the credit card companies. According to the Federal Reserve, the average credit card interest rate hit 22.8% in 2024. They are charging you compound interest in reverse. The same math that builds wealth for investors destroys wealth for borrowers. Every dollar of debt you carry is compounding against you every single day, and the financial industry spends $17 billion a year on advertising, according to Statista. They're not advertising investment accounts. They're advertising credit cards, loans, and buy now, pay later plans. The system is designed to keep you borrowing and spending. Because a woman who invests $200 a month doesn't need a $30,000 car loan. She doesn't need a store credit card. She doesn't need a payment plan. And that terrifies the companies that profit from your debt. The biggest objection you probably have right now is this: I don't have $200 a month. I'm barely making it as is. And that's valid. Nobody is dismissing that. But here's what the data shows. A Fidelity study found that the average successful long-term investor didn't start with a big lump sum. They started with small automatic contributions and increased over time. You don't have to start at $200. You can start at $50, even $25. Because the habit matters more than the amount. The math still works. $50 a month at 8% for 30 years grows to about $75,000. That's $75,000 from what most people spend on streaming subscriptions. So here are 3 steps you can take this week. Step 1, open an investment account with any major brokerage. Most have no minimums now. It takes about 15 minutes. Step 2, set up an automatic monthly transfer. Pick an amount that won't hurt. $25, $50, whatever you can do today. Step 3, choose a broad market index fund. One fund, that's it. You don't need to pick stocks. You don't need to watch the news. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to start and not stop. The hardest part isn't the money. It's believing you're allowed to be an investor. You are. 2 women, both 25 years old, both earning $45,000 a year. Same city, same rent, same bills. Person A hears about investing but thinks she'll start later, when she makes more money, when things settle down. She keeps her extra cash in a savings account earning 0.1%. Every few months, she dips into it for something she needs. By 65, her savings account has about $15,000 in it. That's 40 years of saving, with almost nothing to show for it. Person B doesn't wait. She opens an investment account at 25. She sets up $150 a month on autopilot. She doesn't think about it. She doesn't check it every day. She just lets it run. Some years the market drops. She doesn't panic. She keeps going. After 10 years, her account crosses $30,000. After 20 years, it passes $110,000. After 30 years, it hits $230,000. By 65, After 40 years of $150 a month, person B has roughly $475,000. Person A has $15,000. Person B has $475,000. Same job, same paycheck, same city. The only difference is that person B learned about compound interest, and she started. This is not your fault. Nobody taught you this, not your parents, not your school, not your employer. The system was never designed to hand you this knowledge, but now you have it, and you can never unknow it. You're not someone who doesn't invest anymore. You're someone who understands exactly what time and consistency can build, and that changes everything. Starting today, she starts today.